Alright, I'm in a good mood, ladies and gentlemen, as I'm still Darius the Lionheart, who is recently just sobered up, and he picked up temperate. All because his pensioner niece, easy for me to say, told me to stop drinking. And then I stopped drinking, and then I didn't feel so well, and I had the flu, which was so bad that it made me bedridden. But I survived. Yeah, kind of reminds you of something. But anyways, for now, my focus is towards family. I'm trying to be a good dad here, even though I would much rather be greedy and deceitful because I'm still a member of the Tree League. But as I've said before, I'm such in a good mood, let's contact these filling artisans. Hmm. Ask the brewers to turn the grain in pots, which I do have pottery, because I was beginning to wonder what the heck am I going to do with these. We could turn them into the barrel of alcohol. Let's do that. But that's not what I wanted originally. Keep looking. Ah, ask the masons to make a statue of me with stones. Okay, we could do that, but that's not what I was still originally looking for. What I'm trying to look for is this. Replace a piece of personal jewelry using gold in a box jewelry. So it will create a random piece of jewelry. I already have my own crown, even though I got it through inheritance. But piece of jewelry would be nice. It could either be a necklace or it could be a bracelet, like the people of India and the Middle East wear. I think Iranian cultures wear that too, but I never really spent money on this sort of thing. Oh yeah, we left on that episode that we didn't finish the Jeshan Festival. Jeshan Sadet Festival. So now we're done here. But please save your money. Save your damn money. Get what you need. No, the huge epidemic of smallpox in the western areas of the Persian/Turan Empire. But do not forget, you're still investing in creating shipyards. I think we got that done, at least in my county. I once built you a city in Tripoli, but you done build yourself a castle. Okay, or Arg, I should say. So doing that right now. Here's a piece of jewelry, and I got Celestial Necklace. Alright. I don't have a necklace prior to this, did I? Oh yes, the Dragon Amulet, which is just a reduced build cost, and ups the Vassal Opinion versus Celestial Necklace, which ups the bit of the Feudal Vassal Opinion, so the City and Tribal. But I much prefer this, but hey, I know what to do with that. Hey son, I'm gonna make you a bit more prestigious. Here's a free necklace. I'm keeping the Dragon Amulet. Where is it? There it is. We're using this necklace as a way of grooming an heir, so he can get more prestige, so we'll have a high prestige to start off with. And I thought about giving you money, since you are my apprentice trader. Thought about giving you money after I give you this artifact, like say, oh, I don't know, 300. And there's 2 barrels of alcohol, which I know what to do with. Oh, and we got a stone statue. Yeah, I figured it out now. But first, have some money. Lots of it. Because I'm in a bit of a good mood, alright? Remember that, ladies and gentlemen. Good mood. Despite the huge epidemic of smallpox out west, but Here in Sogdia, everything is fine. For the most part, unless raiders come about and ruin your fun. I'm just all sobered up and I will one day become a trade master. Again, trying to get him up to 300. Because reasonable. It's enough money for him to, I don't know, buy something from the market if he even takes a visit there. 300 exactly. And he'll gain a little more as the months pass. Especially once he turns 16. And then many years later, he'll be marrying Ranisa, who is his sister. Half-sister. Right. Do you know that province over there that we captured in the other episode? I know how to calm them down. Let's send in a shipment of alcohol in this county. Those Mordvin people who are pagans still, which we're trying to convert them to Zoroastrian. This will slightly lower the revolt risk, but it really ups the morale of armies, though. But not too much on the land organization, which I can assume, well, that's what alcohol does. Anything else that lowers the revolt risk a bit? Let me see. Grain will do. And so does linen. Oh, we're sending a lot to this province. And wool. Yeah, they get all the warm clothing and other goods. And the statue thing that that the artisans created for me, well, it doesn't... What's the word I'm looking for? You can't sell it in the market. You're just going to have to put in a shipment. I mean, there's nothing going on in Samarkand right now, so send a statue in. See? +1 monthly prestige and piety and a bit of cultural technology points. Cultural that we need to up on tolerance more. So that vassals can respect me a little more, especially foreigners, because we got lots of them here. But do not forget to invest the other parts of the domain. Especially parts of the domain that we have neglected over the years, and I'm very sorry for it. And I'd be happy to build cities on the western provinces. We haven't improved Bukhara in a long time. Long time. Alright. But don't spend any more money. Didn't I send a caravan to somewhere? I recall it was Rabba, right? Yeah, that's where we sent it there. It'll be back next year. And yeah, Manichaeism is still prevalent in some areas. Well, dang, that didn't last long. Just blew up already. We'll take care of that. Send in your best. Once you get that morale up, go kill them. I'm glad most of these areas have gone back to Zoroastrianism. Well, we're still in the works. And a little bit of Nestorian spreading. Constant fights and vicious pranks. My two children, Satasp and Bunyat, never seem to get along, but my efforts to instill mutual love and respect have finally borne fruit. This friendship will serve them well when I'm gone. Who you can trust, if not your siblings. Remember, I am a father of many children, and I recently sobered up, so your rivalry will end. If you even had a sibling rivalry, I do not recall, but at least they'll like each other a bit more. I recall in the Zoroastrianism, as far as responsibility of children, when you commit sin, it's not the fault of a child, but that would be of the parent. But that is up to the extent till the age of 7 for the child, of any wrongdoings. Yep, there goes me. Me, saying go astronaut. Oh yeah, you're definitely gonna die in prison. You've already been severely injured, and now you've got smallpox. You dare try that again. Standard procedure. Don't let him leave. And once the battle begins, raise up more. Having more children this way because I'm a family focus. Alright. The Kayani Cookbook by Darius. There it is. And it's equipped. Yes. Written by Darius of the Kayani, this is supposedly a collection of dishes and delicacies favored by his family. +1 stewardship and dynasty opinion, especially my children, will like me more. I don't know if any of you people know anything about Sogdian cuisine. As much as I know about the history of the Sogdian civilization up to today with the Ognobi, I don't even know what their dishes are like. I know what they did about a lot of things, but I don't know about their favorite dishes. Whenever this land is settled, get rid of a competent ruler, and then also I think it's long overdue that we should look for another resource. By the way, does this even have a resource up there when we captured it? I never paid attention to it. Ah, wheat field. No wonder why we've been getting a lot of grain. Yeah, you used to be my apprentice before I replaced you with my son, but you're the new Tariq Pat. Here we go again. I don't care how ill you all get. You're all very old. Okay, go. Damn. It'll be done in 2 months. And as for this garden that we're going to stage, alright, how long is this going to take? It started 4 years ago. Okay, it's at 14. Okay, that's 10:31. That's when stage 2 should be finished, if uninterrupted. Oh, wait a minute, what's our influence? 61, okay. Should be good influence. Now as for her, I think she should also have that type, just like my son Bunyat here. By the way, have you been He's just saving a bit of money, unless he's bought something. Keep that well in mind. Just want to check something real quick. Yeah, why not? Have some more potteries. You know, pretty just in case. I'm sure you probably want that county, do you? Doesn't say, but... Who do you belong to? Herat. You will get it. There you are. Satrapy of Bulk. Oh! Bulk! That too. Well, it all depends on what kind of resource we'll be looking for here. Sickly. Not my fault. It's just I've been having bad luck with some children. Especially this one. Who, which, by the way, born on the 16th, died 2 days later because of a combination of sickly and weak. That is the most unfortunate I've ever seen. I'm sure we got a lot of wool, so I'm just going to go to the market for once. She often talks about her hair, complimenting its luster and softness. I assured I could find fabrics that can rival it. I never had velvet clothes. I was supposed to sell, but I'm going to compare it to this piece of velvet. She's happy with the outcome. No, no deal. I'm here to sell. I need to make up that money for buying that velvet. And I assume I have a lot of wool. Oh no, we're going to sell hide. Dang it, I needed that hide for something. Well, just save up some grain if you're going to give it to the shepherds, you know, for sheep products. Because, you know, sheep is everywhere in Sogdia. Oh, I still do have wool then. Okay, make more money. Now we're ready to buy whatever we're going to buy from that caravan that'll be coming soon. There's the potteries. You'll go for that. Have you gone? Listen here. You are... If my child dies, it's going to be your head. Thinking. Let me see. Traits that he could potentially pick up. Look, I was thinking about diligent, but if I wanted him some more stewardship, patient is also there, so... just this once. Make him move at the right time, so... I'll be out of patience for a while. And he can be... Patient! More wool. There's never enough wool in this world. We're pleased to see that you participate in some extra realm trading. Sending caravans over long distances may be hazardous, as bandits and wars are ever present, but the potential economic stimulus should not be underestimated. I hope to see one of your caravans at my gates in the near future. Where are you from, by the way, in case if I were to send my caravan to you? You know what? I think we should prepare that right now. Look at all that money now. So, just a moment. I'll buy whatever it is. Crate of weapons and armor. Alcohol. Ivory. Gold ingot. That's it. Prepare another caravan. Because I kind of want to buy something from... Oh, you hit the wrong one. Just give them lots of funds and just send some of my levy. Remember, threat level's so high we can't really wage wars right now, so it's best to take advantage of peacetime. At least they're not being visited by a caravan, so... Send it out. We could buy steel, either that or silk, weapons and armor, books, and spices. Haven't had spices yet. Oh, that's gonna have to be dealt with. That's the best you could offer? You could do better. And don't forget about them. Dewey Station. We gotta kick these guys out of here because these guys, trade post. Speaking of that, we're almost there. I want to get to trade practices 4, so Samarkand has the best trade post out of any. Boy, they broke up, didn't they? There are Zoroastrians. It's these guys. You know, them being Zoroastrian, we can, you know, join their war. They're doing a subordination war against another Pechenek. Okay. And this is a pretty strong horde. Some of the event spawn. I think we found our new friend. Because we've always had a problem with Tengri and this growing Manichaean cognate of them. It's becoming a problem, so... I mean, we can assist them in future wars if we ever get bored with, you know, peacetime affairs. So they're doing alright right now. They got event spawn. I've traveled far and wide, spending a lot of time dealing and negotiating. I know most of the tricks in the ledgers, and I could easily sell books to the illiterate peasantry. It was all worth it. So I went from journeyman trader, and now I'm a master trader, which lowers all of my skills but stewardship by 1, and plus 4 stewardship. And by the way, I can be promoted now. Originally supposed to get up to 2,000 assets if you want to become a guild master. But if you let's say this, just to reiterate with you people. If you want to be promoted to trader, you could either just save up your assets to 750 or keep making trades. That means you buying or selling goods. And using these goods by contacting affiliate artisans. That counts as trade. Just buy or sell or make something out of it by the artisans. That's for example. Even though the artisans, you'll get it by traders. So when you make trades, you lower the cost of spending assets. So do more of it, and merchant will be reduced from 1,000 and lower. But now I've become guildmaster, was originally 2,000. As it says here, has greater or equal to 2,000. Haveld if you have the trait master trader or have golden blood, which I'll tell you what is golden blood. Yeah, we'll receive assistance soon. Now I am the guild master, which means a lot of asset gain now that I'm guild master. But now, as Guildmaster, we can become a Merchant Republic if you live in a coast and you're a Duke tier title. I mean, obviously we're an empire, so that won't happen. We can also create a center of trade, which I could make the capital the major center of trade once in a lifetime using assets and money, and will provide me with free goods and shipments, but the owner needs to support it in the long term. And forge a golden bloodline. Characters that accomplished everything in the trading has to offer and those have a lot of trading experience, assets, and money will be recognized as one of the greatest merchants that have ever lived. I know I did a lot of trading, but how much? Let me see. Okay, you gotta have this amount of money, this amount of assets. Owned a guarded and decorated warehouse that houses my documents. I'll get to that. I created a center of trade in my capital, and I've made 65 out of 100 trades. That's the reason why I've been doing a lot of... Well, since I'm guild master now and I have a lot of assets, that means we're going to be going shopping a little bit more often on whatever you need. Oh, hell, they moved out. So as long as you got deep pockets, but at least I'm investing money on slightly increasing the monthly balance on the tax income. And do not forget, Imperial Trade Contract, another source of revenue, is the Silk Road. The passion between Vanessa and myself was still there, only slumbering beneath our skins, and easily awakened by a lover's touch. It was hot, fierce, and wonderful love-making, such we used to have. I understand what my lust for her. I could become lustful, which I could be, or 10% chance that I could die. Oh dear. But I'm still living, I'm not that lustful. It's just, well, I had a real good time. Holo's longing. As time passes, my once-spirited companion seems more, melancholic. Trying to remember that word pronunciation. And conflicted. She's not playing around as much as she used to, nor she is giving any many clever speeches. My friendship seems to reach its peak and could turn into staleness. She often speaks of her distant hometown and her wish to return before my friendship loses any more of its luster, preferring to keep the good memories that she made of me rather than replace them with ones of monotony. While it's not sure when it'll be, she'll leave eventually. I've known her for a long time now. Perhaps I could rekindle the fire between two of me and get her to stay. She'll stay a few more years, but she'll accompany half of my visits to the market. I'll get to that in a moment, as well as we'll just kick these raiders out. That's the first thing. Oh dear. Yeah, the velvets, you can't sell them in the market, so send a shipment of it here. That further increases tax income. Yeah, we'll get to that eventually, just deal with this threat first. Give them the works. I'm sure you'll take care of that. If you're not in the middle of one, which they are. There's a high demand for lumber. Again with the lumber. There's something about me and lumber. If you're going all the way over there, you'll die out by then. I don't think we already have lumber in the treasury, do we? Nope. I've already sent my caravan to northern India, and when the caravan returns, I'll be sure to buy lumber. So, don't go to the market for lumber. Oh, I forgot about these guys. Right, we left the garrison. This is a very poorly defended, because we didn't get the guys back here. $10.21. Remember that, to switch back to business. Because after I sell that lumber shipment to it, they're probably gonna... I'm sorry, I've misplaced the funds for one of our incoming trades. Because of this, we cannot pay the transaction with the arranged ducats, and we'll need to offer some of your personal wealth instead. Boy, what did you do? Okay, you've gone cynical. Just like me, I'm cynical too. And I hope you become either humble or shy, but don't become craven. Anyways, let me see. I could give him craven immediately, or tell him to be less greedy. But greedy is good. But I think he can get it at another time, especially when his rule begins, so I will need to teach you proper accounting. You're going to be a man next year. And there's a good possibility I may send you to the Imperial Academy. Where are we? We'll just use these instead. More pottery. So just remember, now it's 66 out of 10. Contact affiliate artisans counts as a trade. Speaking of that. Oh, no need for that. I'm actually going to buy something for once. I'm trying to think. What's something we don't often get around here? A trade is a trade. So from now on, when you go shopping in the market, you can't back out of it now. Don't come back empty-handed. You're going to have to spend something. Yeah, we're sending shipments in right now. You already got the silver. Just hang on. Oh, okay. Sending shipments into your domain counties counts up as a trade. I see. I know we have a lot of wool. Just one more time, just to make sure. Yeah. Okay, why didn't we do this then? Look, very soon we're going to have a center of trade, and I'm going to be getting way more than just the resources, so... Okay, all the domain is getting wool. Making all that money back. Yep. Sogdia is, probably to some people, is sheep country. I think it still is in today's parts of Uzbekistan and Tajikistan, where most of the Sogdian people once lived. Yep, it's definite sheep country. Is that all the wool? Nope, there's one more. I'll do it for Nuck's shop. You know what? I should have done that. You know what I should have done? Get a stall. which costs 500. Because if you're going to be sending shipments like that, you should have, And then again, I have a tendency to just, up the selling price, so... Ooh, that'll lose me a bit of assets, which... I need to save that up for 500 to create Center of Trade, which is going to cost you 2,000 gold for that. Just be patient. Caravan will be back at around, I'm just going to take a guess, September or October of next year, so be patient. Okay, their dynasty's gone, so... It's been quite some time since I last heard about the caravan sent about a year ago. It should have returned by now. I can only guess it was either attacked or pillaged. Maybe hiring an escort wouldn't have been a bad idea. I was about to say, it's gone? Guess it is, so... Guess I have to buy another caravan then. And we'll have to prepare it and send it back over there. Or it could be just my own paranoia. It says, I mean, having two caravans isn't a bad idea, where we will send one at some other part of the country, prepare the next one, hire mercenaries, and then send it off to another part of the world. More goods, more trades, more things to sell. Yeah, it doesn't hurt to do that. Oh. Right, who wants the king of title? That's if you got choked. Giant, but getting sick. Let me see your line of succession, depending on the number of children. Then Iraq is yours. Okay, it's you. All yours. But remember, it's pretty expensive when you prepare the next one, so save it up a little. Just, never mind, it expired. I was about to say, hey, just a minute. He could get a claimant for Iraq for that. Yeah, I saw that. I glanced at it. That she has a strong claim to, Shahdam of Iraq. Yep, those Tokharians, easy for me to say, are going to have that. One of these days I'm going to get me another part of the domain or something so I can negotiate these raiders to tell them, hey, you want to settle somewhere? And then kick you out later? Because I'm honestly getting tired of those raiders. Glad to see another Zoroastrian cognate out there. And you are well prepared. Roxana's old armor. You guys been around for a while. When Joel becomes Zoroastrian? Ah, that's when. We will support each other one day. Maybe perhaps you could call on the immortals to help you out on your situations. Whoa there. Extremely large family. Yeah, someone's gonna do something about that. They'll be dealt with very soon. Smallpox in Syria. Yeah, the old smallpox is gone, but then there is a new one there. And nevertheless, despite my son's, little flaws when it comes to running a business, but he's still greedy. But he's picked up Craven, unfortunately. But he's Midas touched. Excellent. Although you're not as shrewd or genius or quick or whatnot as I am, so you're not going to be sent to Chinese Academy. You're going to be sent to... Oh, wait a minute. I gotta remove that ban. How much? Oh, the fair price to remove the ban. Now let my son in. Again, he's not worthy of going to the Imperial Academy of China, but he's worthy of going to here. Plus, this breaks the betrothal, but then again, she's not old enough for you. Not yet. She's not legally. You know what I mean. But he's still a member of the Trade League. Here's our current wisdom. I can speak Sogdian. Nah, just leave her alone. Oh, not again. Nestorian Prince Bishopric. Okay, I guess it'll be you then. That runs Iraq now. It runs on agnetic, so start having children. Because I don't want these retinues down there. Oh yeah, we'll be reaching up that war chest in no time. Almost there, though. Oh, I had something on my mind and I lost it. Oh yes, technology. Up on the trade practices. Which means, yes. Now the Silk Road market will turn into a major Silk Road city. This is a major trading hub on the Silk Road, where merchants come from all directions to trade their wares. All the goods and services known to civilized man can be found here, and a myriad of languages echo through the many streets and alleys. So this ups it even more on the trade route wealth. As you can see, the tax value. All these combinations, including these shipments here. It'll be done in a year. up the melee techniques. Kashmirian what? Holy War for Gandhara. Hey. Here's an idea. Okay, just one more month and then we'll send the assets for the center of trade creation, but we need more money, which we can get it easy. We can get money easily. Just send shipments of whatever you got on your treasury to the other parts of the domain, even if it's ivory and alcohol and whatnot. Potteries even. Force my hand to this. We have plenty of linen too, I recall. No, that was the only one. Okay. Doubt that's gonna last long. Bukhara, Dashowitz, Kiva, they're booming. Now we create the center of trade. So I make a capital center of trade. It will generate free goods and shipments. As a guild master, I have a lot of connections and influence in the trading. With preferential taxes and tariffs, I manage to attract traders away from their favorite markets into my territory. To retain them, I will need to support the market personally with occasional gifts. Profit awaits. Now, Afrasiab, which is our capital holding, gets center of trade, so that ups the local tax modifier and the trade value even more. I mean, you just can't compare. Even though we do have to pay a little. Still. Okay, as a reminder, so need 14 more trades to be made. So all we need to do now is to get enough assets to store my documents, which I have to get it up to 500. Alright, I need to make a little bit more money, so that way we can use it to prepare the caravan. But I'm in a shortage of assets. And I'm gonna need 500 assets to store the documents. You can handle that, can't you? No. Okay, we'll have this threat dealt with. Should be enough. Unless you want to sell more wool, because we live in wool country. Let's use these assets for once to... Huh. Every time I see that, it's like, it's a soak, and then it's like, gold. I'm calling him out on this scam. I've insulted a respectable merchant. Shouldn't be so paranoid. Now I have no assets. Alright, fair enough. Oh yeah, there's just one place I have not to send a wool cloth shipment. I tend to forget about bulk. That should be enough, I hope. So let's just prepare the caravan and send it to somewhere. Can't afford mercenaries, so now the real question is, does anyone in the world have a pile of lumber? I'm not looking to buy it from you. It's just I need to know if that place that you live in Middlesex. Oh, wait a minute, you're it's Marshall. You are from the thing. Shipment of gold there. Yeah, these carriages you see here, they carry a pile of lumber, which I cannot spend assets for. But you can at least make an educated guess on where those lumber might be. Unless you know somewhere that has a woodcutter's camp, and that may be more susceptible to having, you know. There it is, lumber shipment. If you're going all the heck way over there to Dulwich just to get there, and I don't have the assets for it, well, it's prepared. All I need is assets, so stop doing what you're doing. Let it generate. We know where it is. At least we have the money for it now. Do not forget that you are still investing on a new navy, which for now, we could get up to 26 ships. Poor health. There's something always going on in Iraq down there. Families dying, pneumonia, smallpox. Now I'm no longer temperate. Oh, I hope I don't go back to being drunkenness. But now, due to bandits, wars, epidemics, my center of trading is facing harsh times. You got that right. The voice of several merchants reached my ears, and the donation of gold coins seemed to be the best investment. Well, guess gold it is. Fortunately. Just based on the things where they're going. 150 to send caravan. Let it be reminded. Since I'm no longer tempered, that lowers the stewardship gain. The real question is, how much stewardship books do I have? Because I want to tone down on the learning and diplomacy. There's one. There's two, so that's +1. Get this off. It's 3 stewardship books. 4 stewardship books equipped, so that means it's +2 now. Okay, get these off. There, that'll make up for losing temperate. And of course, do not forget I still have to spend money for this thing. But it's still searching for a resource. Shrewd and cruel. Yeah, I'm teaching a lot of these Nestorian children that they once lived in Iraq and they all moved to here. Alright, send it. So, we may get jewelry or we may get lumber or not at all, but beware of the Thieves Guild. That's the reason why it costs so much, because the influence is fairly low. Separated now. Then I gotta need fast careers. Since we can't convert these pagans yet, then we'll try to convert the other ones. I will gain assets, but I will lose 200 gold. What you got? You got lumber too. Figures. Oh, I will remember you. Of Brussels. Specific. Undo, France. Gotcha. I shall not forget it. Let's just hope Mochkova goes Zoroastrian if they request another mass conversion. And the major Silk Road city of Samarkand is finished, in which we stated before, Samarkand is the place to be. So let's try to save up some money, or at least send more shipment of wool, I assume. At least Byzantium never attacked us, since we're stronger than them. But it would take a much longer time to get in. Oh yes, barrel of alcohol. And no, alcohol doesn't grow on trees. What I'm trying to say is, thanks to that center of trade, we get free goods. Just hope they take them away, so I can get some grace. By the way, it's been a while since we checked up on China. I have a court eunuch. Well, others are optional. Yeah, I have them. Thank you very much. Cousin, you'll be known as the handsome. That's just me being modest. Just remember, 12 trades left, but I need to get documents. Yes. So just save up your assets and wait for the caravan to return with lumber. And if we don't get lumber, then I'm guessing I'm gonna have to go buy them directly. I'd be surprised that one of the resources we found around here would be a woodcutter's lodge. And if it's another shepherd community, then yeah, you can't get enough wool, can't you? Speaking of which, no, save your assets. Well, we're almost to 500. I guess we'll get those documents in right away. Alright, store my Great Trade League documents. So I will properly store the various paperwork of the Trade League in my warehouse. I was about to say office. My mind was thinking office, but no, put it in the warehouse. You almost said office. The warehouse contains important documents related to the Great Trade League. And that's another +1 for stewardship. Another step made. So, sacrifice that. Now, keep making trades. Sorry, I don't have assets. 12 more trades? I mean, transforming them into a republic is out of the question. What? Adventure? Oh no, we're the worst. You know what? Get Bunk over there too. We need everyone we can get. This one's a tough one. Don't want to move in yet. Oh. Crusade for Egypt. They're not going for Jerusalem, they just want to cut their empire into two by taking Egypt. So that means if they win, they're going to get this piece of land, and, oh dear, we're going to be neighbors with the Catholics. That can't be good for us in the long term, but good against the Arabian Empire because, you know, they're losing it. Get ready to move in. I mean, we're long overdue for trade. You were making progress. Like, who'd you make? Somebody's heir to be? Okay. There's one way to answer. In his realm. You only made his wife Zoroastrian. Unless she's already been Zoroastrian, because I recall these Khazars are mostly Zoroastrian now. Yes. Never mind then. Well, at least you tried. Try Vladimir. We're next door neighbor. They're more likely to convert. If they can. Having them as Zoroastrian would be a big difference. They can hold their own. Oh, wait a minute. Liberator of Perm. The Kingdom of Perm. Now, these guys could be a difference maker. If they were to be Zoroastrians in the future. As you were. I think I get the impression that I don't think you're that well suited for it. I don't know about you, because you're a lunatic. I'm sending you up to Perm. These people in the future will become Zoroastrians one day. Now, how about Big Estonia? And the alcohol, best of luck to you. And wool, just to lower the revolt risk. And the grain too. Good trade. It's just for doing that. And now it's 7 more. Here in Samarkand, it's yet another shepherd community. Get to work. What did I tell you? We're gonna have so much wool that where the hell am I gonna send the wool shipments to? Now, when is that caravan coming back? Let me see. Oh, not this count. Should be back next month. I just remembered. It was a year overdue. Switch back to business. Just for more stewardship and more assets gained. There, now it's less likely to revolt in that county. So we should be fine now. He ain't gonna last long. No more. And also, in a year's time, close to a year's time, we'll switch to Imperial Administration. Alright. My religious head did it. Your kindness is what's persuaded these Russian people of Estonia, even though they're in quite a bit of trouble. All these holy wars. And a conquest, subjugation, which matter of fact, they're about to be subjugated right now. But you will be Zoroastrian just in time and under the protection of this big old Khaganate. We shall accept. I mean, they have no choice but for them to become Zoroastrian. And I wish we could have. Seems all my daughters leaning towards Marshall. We are just giving them a hard time. Savages finally seen the light. Remember to uphold on your good words, good thoughts, and good deeds to everybody in Estonia. And we can hope you can keep up with these values. May they be with you. Nice job. Now, how about you? These you're about to capture are Zoroastrians. My plan is working. We're spreading Zoroastrianism far and wide. And that's the one with the weak claim. And inheritable. Really, you've lasted that long. Okay, just keep that as a reminder. Just for now, keep making trades and a few assets. So, anybody want some wool? Here it is. Well, since we have a habit of sending wool, well, actually, just about all goods in general, so we'll just for... That's 350 assets. But I shouldn't worry too much. We'll get the assets up in time. It's just what you should be concerned about is making more money. So, we'll do this. Replace a general stall, which slightly increases the selling price of everything. Oh yes, everything in. And yes, that includes the potteries too. I mean, after all, it's the center of trade. Everything, everything. And we'll get different free goods for this. Yep, now it's overloaded with shipments, and what person in their right mind would want to send a caravan to Samarkand? One more trade. Yeah, this'll do. Once it's done, then we reach 100 trades, and all you need to worry about is, well, get 500 assets and make a lot of money. Of course, that means we'll have to send shipments to all the other places. Well, all we got is grain right now. We still have weapons. Yeah, that's what we have. Well then. Keep the grain. Also, you know what this means? The Shepherd Community Kiva, the Dashwoods, and now coming soon in Samarkand, Shepherd Community. Not to mention we have two counties with Wheatfield, Bukhara and Nizhny Novgorod. Don't forget about them. Hey, send you an alcohol gift. Oh boy, here we go. Not to mention this will get us 100 trades anyhow. I'm only here for lumber. If you got some. Stack of lumber. Here it is. And that's all we got. We're lucky. So, deliver the trade goods. Here's the shipment. Now just... Oh, and we got some alcohol too. Just get up to 500 assets and keep making money. Don't prepare no caravan. Somebody cleared depths. That's what really lowered the influence. So I was considering about going to market and sell alcohol, but no, just send alcohol shipments. And both here and in over there in bulk. Simply for the sake of it. There, now we got the money. Now wait for the assets to come in. Don't do anything. And it's a wonder how I've done this without being greedy or deceitful, which are my go-to traits when you're in the trade league. But my extremely high stewardship skill and genius and ambitious is enough, despite the fact that I've always been a nice person. Must be a Sogdian thing, really. You have to be nice and honest. Can't. Thank you. Alright, my son is back. You'll be betrothed again for this. Betrothed with your half-sister. So, he's an academy graduate, and also he's become the Doctor of Philosophy. High Learning. PhD. Welcome home. You wrote an underwhelming work. Well, I guess it wasn't for you, and you switched to another learning. Interestingly, you're more into learning than with stewardship, despite your education. But you're not a member of the Trade League anymore, it doesn't say. I guess he quit that job. But he still has his trade goods. You know what? You're going back to the Trade League again. So yep, you're signed up for this, and you're going to be signed with that for life. You are going to carry on my legacy. Hopefully use your influence and whatnot. He's made 3 friends, no rivals. Good kid. That's all I gotta say. Hey, Bunyat. Good kid. Let's get on that. Oh. And, time for you to be betrothed to your half-sister again. Oh, we don't need that. Oh, because in 6 years' time, you will get married. And you will have children. And these Zoroastrian vassals will respect you more. All right. Your kindness precedes you. Now there's Zoroastrians too. People of Estonia and the Talmud Khaganate are Zoroastrians. The Farvahar is flying high. Farvahar is the Zoroastrian symbol. It's the one that's in my coat of arms and its symbol. That's what that is. It's called. More Zoroastrians means more potential members for the Immortals Holy Order. Plus more Zoroastrians, less Tengri, and maybe one of these days, so... Oh, by the way. No Zoroastrian claimants? Nope. Because I would love to push them. Push that claim, unless... Well, unless you invite the guy, convert him to Zoroastrian, push his claim. That's just for future warfare plans, when their defensive packs go away. We have the army to go deal with the steppe enemies. Who else wants to be Zoroastrian? I guess we found the right trait. His kindness is what causes these people to convert. And obviously it did not work for him, but... Oh, I don't think it'll work. He's too zealous, but they're both kind. They're tribal, so they won't ask much. Enjoy yourself. If this doesn't work, then I guess I'm gonna have to get that guy out of here. It's coming. Don't do anything. My apprentice says I should send a caravan. Very well, it doesn't cost me much. And we know where we'll get our money. I'd be more than happy to send a caravan out of there. So, yeah, we lost one earlier. So just pick a random location. We're not looking for trade goods. Go far. What's up there? Steel. I need at least 3 trade goods in a province. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, there's plenty. It's got hide, alcohol, linen, and spices. I would love to have spices. Okay. Yeah, go far and we'll lose 200 assets for this, but it's okay. Whenever the mission's completed, we'll get a asset back. You're just delaying the inevitable, that's all. Now we don't do anything. Forced my hand on it because I had to do a mission. Oh, and how goes the crusade of yours? Well, actually there's 2 big wars. 3. Lithuanian-Norwegian subjugation. It would be great if they become Zoroastrian by then. Catholic Crusade, they're winning. And this other deal. Hey, look at this. They don't have a defense pact against us. Not anymore. Although they could put it up again once they lose Egypt. No, no, thank you. I got enough children. It's not appropriate, despite the fact the Zoroastrian faith says otherwise. When you lose piety like that, unlike the other faiths. Uh oh. Install who? Kure. He's got none. Or he's got it. And plus, whenever Zoroastrians are at war, they'll call for the Immortals. See? The Immortals are at war. They've been hired. You're still alive? No, I'm not going to give you any money for research. Saving it. Told you not to spend any more assets. Rabies. She died as soon as he announced it. Still calling for it anyway. You know, to dispose of the child's body. You know, take her up the mountains. Feed it to the vultures. It's sky barrel. What we do around here. You served our country for a long time. We salute you for that. We'll miss you. You should be the designated regent. Don't do nothing. Didn't know these Hindus are still there. Thought they would be Zoroastrian by now. One of these days, I gotta get rid of them. But at least Nestorianism is slowly spreading, at my behest. The Wandering Wolf. I have not heard from Holo for a while now. Even if we're not going in the market, she'll be around to greet me nonetheless. She looked rather preoccupied lately. On my way to check my cart and noticed something particular on my seat. It is the charm that Holo used to carry all the time. She finally answered her call of her home. She'll be missed. There it is. Said necklace. Oh. This charm was worn by Holo and she left it behind when she disappeared. It is a memento of her time with everyone. Well, I'm not building any buildings anytime soon. I'm not dragon amulet, so I'll just put this on. Gives you a little bit of diplomacy and intrigue and a little bit of health. I mean, I need to stay healthy because I'm about to be, you know, the greatest merchant that has ever lived. And do not forget to, well, we'll make the announcements. I know it's time, but just wait. Oh yeah, that good for nothing. The one who keeps, I don't know. I'm arresting him just for this once. If he rebels, then he rebels. Never been fond of you, so you're going to the oubliette. And this is not due to me being cynical. That's because I was beginning to wonder, it's like, well, why have you not converted these heathens correctly? And I know why. He's a bad person. To properly convert pagans, I guess you have to have somebody with kind traits. Although the great conversion of Estonia was a success, my work to help King Peptizai savage people to turn them into proper Zoroastrian converts is not done yet. A new church is what they need, so contact whoever would like to fund the construction of a new church within his lands. like his capital. Oh no, that's always existed. So, I guess that means back there, or something along those lines. Let's see. It's his capital. Ladoga. No temple there. Kostroma. New temple. Just been built. See? When you fund a building, that means it's new temple instantly constructed. So now that's a new fire temple around there. Yeah, you got this handled. I'm glad to read of your decision. A new church is just what we need to help spread the word of Zurvan to the masses. Thank you very much, Adze. If that's even a Russian name. It is. It is a Russian name. Trying to remember, what is Sogdian in Russian? Oh, Sogdian Saga. Yeah, I'll be sure to remember. You know, from Russian to Sogdian. Remember that. Almost there. Realms at peace. Well, at least the Empire entirely. Now there's a Nestorian uprising in the Empire. He's in seclusion. He can't defend himself with his crusades and a few other problems. If he doesn't return to Basra, and if Basra manages to free itself, then that means they can declare a de jure war, and then it's under full control. But we'll have to kick these guys out eventually, but with them being a member of the Defensive Pact, we can't wage war with them. That's for the road to becoming Soshiant, which I think I would rather have it happen for the next character, not me. I'd rather be a best merchant in the world than rather be best merchant in Soshiant. That's just too egotistical. I was put into this world just to make Sogdiana prosperous again. Just like Yenna promised. Yes, just like my mother. She promised and she prophesied, so to speak, that Sogdia would be prosperous again after the events of the plague. And we made it so. I ain't gonna let you out of there. And the third shepherd community in Sogdia, Samarkand County, is finally done. That means even more wool. There's just so much. I'm a little tongue-tied. So much sheep to go around. Here we are on the beginning of this year. We have completed. After 106 trades, we got enough money, we have enough assets, we have a garden, a decorated warehouse, found a resource in my domain, which I did it very early on. It is the center of trade here in Samarkand, and I'm a master trader, and I am the guild master. So now I've become recognized as one of the greatest and wealthiest merchants to have ever lived. So, here it is. We know our past founders of the bloodlines, including those that came long before us, of the Parthian and the Sicilian bloodline. So now we got Roxana, of Champion's Blood, that's from the very beginning, when she was Benebshen, and Vishtasp, who was, one of the greatest Sogdian warriors to have ever lived. I mean, it says it right here. Still lights fires in many Sogdian warriors, soldiers. And now the golden blood of Darius Lionheart, Shah and Shah Darius, king of kings, a merchant without peer, able to sell sand to desert dwellers. Lady Luck will certainly continue to watch over his descendants, of his many, many children, except those that sadly passed on. Burger vassal tax plus 10, so that means a lot more money. And city vassal opinion is plus 5. And trade income for all the relevant Silk Road trade posts, including here in Samarkand, plus 10. And ignore most of the society's requirements and rank up at half cost. And I unlock offer to buy goods for non-members. So that means even if any of those children were not members of the trade league, they could still buy trade goods. I mean, just buy it off of them, and then once you have them, well then I guess it's for keeps to either give it away to a member of a trade league, or just wait for the event to come and says, hey, a member of the trade league is ready for you to sell this shipment, and then give it to them. Another way to make money. Brilliant. We've done a brilliant thing. But that is not the last act I will do in this episode. The last act, that on that same day, that we know Darius is responsible for making absolute rule in this country, in this empire. But now, this system of administration is similar to that of Roman Empire, with a hierarchy of magistrates and functionaries running daily business in the name of the emperor, that allows for a power structure that hands less power to permanently landed vassals. This implements duchy viceroyalties and revocation of viceroyalty duchy titles free. And this also increases the vassal limit even more. But the feudal vassal opinion will go down, as if they already dislike me well enough for being a member of the trade league for so long. Huh. So, there we are. We can have up to 20 more vassals if we wanted it to. But it all depends on the ruler's diplomacy bonuses and its laws. In which I would love one day to lower the centralization a bit so we can get more vassals, since we are well, we're not really an expansionist empire, unlike the previous playthroughs were India, where we were just extremely expansionist. Here, we only expand when it's necessary, unless the Mohammedan Moabad says so, which there'll be another one in 1033, which I think I might be around at that time. But I think that caravan's going to have to return in the next episode as we... Oh, court position died. So we'll find out who that court position is in the next episode as I get a few things here. Nope, you got everything. I mean, after all, you're the one who founded this bloodline on this very day. And also, you've also spread Zoroastrianism into, no, not this one, into this Khaganate, the Khaganate of Talmat, and Estonia, which is now a vassal of the Talmat Khaganate, despite the fact he's very, very furious with him, and the wrong government type and whatnot. You're all Zoroastrians. You will all get along. And that means the Russian people and its others, pagans that have not revolted. So, Estonians, Russians, Khazars, other Zoroastrians are now eligible to join the Immortals if they wish to serve their faith well. Because there's been a slight increase of membership, even though the vast majority of its members of the Immortals are, Zoroastrians. I mean, obviously they have to be Zoroastrian. Oh, talking about culturally. There's one Riga. Who else? I mean, I could tell these are all Iranian-sounding names. Ah, the Armenian. He's there too. And him too. Oh yeah, Pechenek. So it's one of the newest. Oh, one more check before we get out of here. Um, that daughter of mine. She used to be betrothed with 180 Armenians, but they're gone. What happened to him? I forgot his name. Heir to the satrapy, so... No, not possible. Oh, great, a drunkard. Well, him being a Muslim and a drunkard, that, means, but, I mean, regardless of his faith and foreign, the way he was raised. He doesn't live around here, but too far to contact, fortunately. This Armenian chief here, where's he from? No idea why that area is tribal, but it is. Is there a way we can show to matrilineally? Fortunate. That's what I'm trying to get. Bastard child will work. There we go. Keep tabs for that in the next episode, because in a couple of years' time, my daughter will marry to him, as much as Vanessa will eventually marry Bunyat, who is back in a trade league once more. And we hope we continue to work together into the next episode until, he's the one to carry on my legacy to Tridic. He will continue the prosperity of Sogdiana and the spread of the Zoroastrian faith to all the other areas that have not been enlightened. So for now, we've made great strides. I mean, a lot of these counties are flourishing, but they have not yet reached to its fullest level of prosperity around here. So we'll be spending a lot of money improving the trade post here, and subsequently, I think it's about time to build more cities. More cities means more taxes, especially burgher vassal tax. So, just we've created the golden bloodline, but there's going to be more money to be made, and we're just getting started. As if we're prosperous enough. Oh no, this is just the beginning, in which I'll still be around for quite some time, nonetheless. We hope you people still be around for the next episode, as, well, peace for the most part, and prosperity will continue. And I'm very, very prestigious, which means, I guess, the King of Kings is the very best around. So we'll see you in the next episode. Until then, so long for now.